I'm Nathan Gabriel, and I am teaching your son's acting this year. So, a little bit about me. I have three kids, and I have a master's degree in theater directing from Temple University. I'm a professional theater director. In addition to teaching at St. Xavier High School, I also teach at Xavier University, where I teach directing, and at Temple University in Philadelphia, where I teach online. That brings us to one of the most important points about this year's class. It is taking place online. So I'm excited to bring college level online courses to St. X because I think it helps to prepare our students for something that they're certainly going to need to interact with in college. Online classes are becoming very common and the norm. Even if you aren't taking like an online degree, a lot of students still end up like taking a class in the summer to sort of get a jump start on their majors, or there's an elective they were interested in and it didn't fit into their schedule, so they're taking it in their spare time online. And that's something I'm really happy that we can offer our students here is the opportunity to get experience with that so they don't enter online classes cold in college. So this semester, we are focusing primarily on comedy in acting and how to be funny on demand. The major conceit of the class is that comedy is a lot of hard work, not a lot of fun that just sort of happens organically, and that it's carefully planned out. One of the major concepts that you should talk about with them at home if you're interested is that comedy is the same essentially throughout all time, but because it's social, we just keep sort of changing the mask that it wears. I like to give this analogy of think of comedy as an engine. Of a car, but we just keep changing the body of cars, right? But essentially a car is always an engine and four wheels. However, every year we keep adding things to the engine and four wheels, better seats, different body type, different kinds of lights, but it's still always essentially an engine and four wheels. And so what I'm teaching them right now, I refer to as the engines of comedy. So if you wanted to have a conversation with them, they could tell you about the sort of comedic ideas which are always present in a joke, no matter what time period you're talking about. The other main thing that I'm trying to teach them this semester is the concept of divergent thinking. So divergent thinking is the idea that there are multiple solutions to any given problem. It's probably easiest to understand it in contrast to its polar opposite, convergent thinking. So convergent thinking is assuming that there is only one solution for any given problem. Sort of by virtue of being at St. X, all of our students are excellent convergent thinkers. This is because they had to take a Scantron test just to get in. So on Scantron tests, the answer is always either A, B, C, or D, right? It's never half of A, half of C, and then you write something funny in the margins. That's not how Scantron tests work. So in order to get in, you have to be an excellent convergent thinker, which is great. There is nothing wrong with convergent thinking. But once you hit college, divergent thinking becomes highly valued. So it's a skill that I really try to focus on and build in our young men. And I encourage you to talk about divergent thinking with them at home. I should mention that I also am co-director of Theater Xavier here at St. X. Theater Xavier is the theater school, after-school extracurricular. And it is the second most popular after football. We have about 100 to 120 students per semester who will participate in Theater Xavier. So if your son is looking to make friends or try something new or sort of branch out a little bit, I mean, they're in acting too, so they must like acting a little bit. If they like acting a lot, I would encourage you to send them to Theater Xavier because it's filled with students also searching to try new things and make new friends. And a lot of our Theater Xavier students make really close bonds, and they sort of refer to themselves more as a family than anything else. If you have any questions, do contact me at this email address. And thank you for your time.